Hello everyone, George Kenner here. I'm going to make a presentation today in 360, and one of my friends, Steve Bice, and he's been at this quite a while. He developed a system called Saunter 360 for 360 video shooting for real estate. And I'm going to do this video in basically three parts of information, and the fourth part is going to be demonstrations, just actual video shooting so you can see how this applies or if it would apply to your real estate practice. I really like 360 video. Put it straight onto YouTube. It's not like any of the other dimensional tours that have to be hosted and have continual costs, and you actually own this. There's some problems that I foresee in the marketplace with a program called the California Consumer Privacy Act and having to delete this information. If anyone calls me, I can absolutely dump it. One of the most valuable things about this, in my opinion, is that it can help you get more listings. If the presentation is done properly, you're going to be a winner with this system. Now, Steve, I know you got some canned questions for me because we had a discussion last night. And you said, why can't we just put this on video? Well, here we are doing it. And I want everyone to know I'm only using the audio out of the camera. It doesn't really matter because if you were shooting, say, a Saunter 360, and I'm going to make multiple references to this, and I want you to go to the website where you can get more detailed information. You have opportunities with this that are just incredible. Steve, let's start with your first question.
All right, I'm over here on the other side if you haven't seen it around. But George, what is that little black thing right there on your desk?
This was a Ryko Theta camera that I purchased probably almost 5 years ago. And this was the introduction to 360 photographs and 360 video. I did a sample 360 video. It was so grainy. The sound was absolutely terrible. I could see no commercial application. But over a period of time, both the Theta and the Insta360 have made major changes. There's real movement with this. If you're making your decision based upon what was done 5 years ago, you're making a mistake. One of the other things I want to show everybody is I'm going to do this in three parts. One, you can go out and buy a Insta360, which looks like this. This is actually the 5K version, and you can walk around throughout your house and just use it and utilize the app that's in the system. Now, here's the bad part of that. The bad part is many realtors, like myself, I don't really want to be seen. I'm not that good looking. So I don't want the focus to be on me. There's a way to get around that, and that's with the Saunter 360, which is actually a patented system. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pick up and we're going to move to another room. I want to show you some of the virtues of this camera, and I need a little bit more room to move around. I encourage you all, do some spins. You don't have to focus solely on me. This is the first system. There's a whole bunch of people that have bought these 360 cameras. They're all over YouTube, but making it for a real estate application, just a little more difficult. This is where it all got started, right from this workbench. And what we did was we started with a piece of cardboard and just basically put a hole through it and developed a now patented device, the Saunter 360. Now I encourage everybody to go to Saunter 360. I'm not affiliated with the company. I did do a little bit of help for my friend, Steve Bice, and we developed something that's really rather unique. Now, Steve, why don't you pick that up and give everybody an idea of what it looks like? And this is one of the versions. Most agents do not want to be actors within their own video. Now, what this device allows you to do is hide your physical imagery. There's even a way at the very end of the video when the samples are shown, you're going to see how that can be taken and moved away. Now, you'll notice that there's a real estate company logo on there. You can put logos, you can put license numbers. Again, all of that can be achieved. Now, Steve, you'll notice he's returned over here to the table again, and he's just about to open the Oculus. And it's, what version is this? The Oculus Quest 2, correct, Steve?
Brand new, the best.
Okay, so what this will allow you to do is download your video and store it in the device. So if you wanted to go and show somebody exactly how their sample video would look, if you literally can download this, take it with you to your listing appointment, because you know there's only two types of people that are really going to watch this video: real estate agents and photographers that are looking for additional tools to give their real estate agents that will allow them to obtain more listings. Business is a function of completing the transaction. You have to be able to complete the transaction. You must be able to show everyone that you're technologically proficient in this marketplace. And these are just some of the tools that are there. There's some inventive, or I'll call them cutting edge, leading guys. Some people consider me one of those. We'll go out and spend the money to try and do this and develop the technologies. Now, the next step is we're going to go into what I'm going to call the final presentation, which is going to be in another room. We're going to sit down. I'm going to ask Steve a couple questions. Steve's going to ask me a couple of questions. And it's going to have to do with editing.
And I'll get this box open in any second now. So George, tell me, which one of these three things do you prefer?
Well, Steve, for the vast majority of clients that I would want to do it to, and because I have the editing skills, I would probably just do the full-blown edit. But, you know, looking at it as an industry tool, I don't really think even it's bad to have the simple 360. The Saunter system that we developed, I think, is really a very, very strong tool because for so many reasons. One, you own the footage in case of CCPA and they ask you to delete it after the sale. That's going to be available. I think that's really something that's going to come up here shortly. On the California ballot was an initiative which passed to set up an agency to protect our privacy. If somebody wants their home tour taken down for privacy, I think we're going to be forced to that. It's probably going to be a couple months after COVID, starts to settle down. That agency will be in full swing. When we did the last section, what I did was I went in and edited and showed a zoom in feature.
Yes.
Now that's something that you're not going to be able to do in the standard 360 system. You can't zoom. For some impact in the right house, you're going to do it, which leads to really a little bigger argument. What are we trying to do for our clients? We're trying to bring as much attention to their home as possible.
Yes. We
as agents have to do it as inexpensively as possible because we front all this money. So I think it's a hell of a tool for every realtor to look at. I think a lot of photographers will start coming to 360, especially with the Saunter360.com system. And with the Oculus Go, I think we're in a whole new generation. Now, you've got the Oculus out. Tell me a little bit about what you think that'll be able to do, how an agent would use it, and when you're going to have more information on your website.
More information is going to come in about 10 days. So we'll have a sample that you could download and put on an Oculus 2 that you have, or an Oculus Go. But Oculus 2 is the newest version, so try that. We shoot in 5.7K, so it's going to be pristine quality. And the reason, George, that it's going to help agents are going to be able to get more new listings because they're going to be ahead of their competition. Just like drones 4 years ago, here we are in 2021, February. When you look back 4 years ago with drones, that was brand new technology and everyone loves it, but do they want to pay for it? This is where Oculus 2 is going to be the next drone. But in the meantime, the phone system that we have working with Insta360 will allow you to have fantastic, beautiful editing. And if you let us at Santra360 do the editing for you, you'll have a beautiful billboard behind blocking you, and you won't be able to see the camera operator.
And you bring up a very good point there. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you two edits that are the same vision, the same, walking through the same house. One is going to be coming out of the Insta360 unedited. The second one, when you see the same thing, it will be edited with some panorama changes so that their perspective shows more of the room at a slightly different angle. Now, both of those are satisfactory to me. One's just a little bit better, and if I had the ability, I'd do it. If I had that special home, I'd have Steve edit it for me. But then I'm going to show you one of the blocked out systems that he showed, like where there's a frame. You'll be free to go ahead and listen to the music. This will be just a sample of what can be done. Other than that, you're either a realtor or a photographer, and I wish you the best. Go get a listing, make some money, and let's get past this COVID thing. Have a good day. Thank you.